Today, I want to talk about a video called Photographing the Subway with the Most Graffiti in the World by Michael Spot or illkoncept. You can find him on Instagram and on YouTube. I've followed him for a while. This is a very interesting video with a very interesting subject, and I wanted to watch it with you guys today and talk about it. So here we go. Play. So we can see that we are on a subway with a lot of graffiti on it. Now, the premise of this video is that he is unable to find this subway in America, a subway with so much graffiti on it. So he's kind of setting it up here, and the visuals in this video are just lovely, videos and photos. So here he's talking about how, there's a lot of graffiti still in New York City, but it has been cleaned up tremendously since its heyday back in the 80s. So he thought that he was never going to be able to photograph trains that had as much graffiti as the trains in New York City did back in the 80s. But you'll see he ends up finding some trains in Bucharest. So that's where we're going to get. But he's talking about some photographers of the past and how he was, very captivated by those photos. And I definitely resonate with that because I, too, have seen things from the past that I would love to have been able to photograph. And I think even back to the 1940s, all the cool stuff that, just how beautifully people dressed and things like that. But anyway, so I can resonate with that inclination. So he goes to Bucharest, and I'm loving the way that he's going to be, I love the way he will intermingle photos with videos in this. His shots are beautiful, color grading is beautiful, and you'll see that there's this very exciting natural interplay between the videos and photos. He's doing lockdown shots, he's doing handheld shots. Interesting. I would just do a bunch of handheld shots. So I think it's wonderful that he's doing some lockdown shots. But look at this subject. This is a very exciting subject, and this is the kind of subject that you could spend hours taking photos of. And it really helps that he is a very talented photographer already. He's prepared to take photos of a subject like this. But look at these really interesting shots, and you can tell he's thinking creatively about how he's framing stuff up, but I just love the cohesiveness of everything. And I love how snappy the cuts are with the photos as well. He doesn't feel the need to show them for too long. It's just it's almost like they themselves are video shots, and he'll cut in closer and cut back out. That's really cool. But yeah, this is a great example of how, practice and preparation, a lot of time practicing the craft of street photography and practicing it specifically within a context that might be beneficial to you later in another context, right? Because he's in New York City, he's photographed a lot of subway photos. Well, here he's also photographing subway photos, but it's in a different place, and it's a unique circumstance. And so now he's able to apply that practice to this new circumstance, and that's pretty cool. I love these straight on shots. You can't go wrong with the moving wall kind of thing. But look at this art, really interesting stuff. Super colorful. It feels so, I don't know, almost like a video game. I think of Herbs, Sims in the City, if you guys ever played that game. It's like the Sims, but the Herbs, the urban version of it. That's why it's called Herbs. They're called Herbs. But yes, I like how they're also, the interior is kind of yellowish, and it's on the end. The graffiti's on the inside and the outside of the train. You get a little bit of his process. Bonk. I love that part. I hope he's okay. But yeah, you get a little bit of him doing the behind the scenes, and the music, and it's like very gritty. Everything matches up nicely, and so I've been really enjoying this sort of street video, what feels like a trend that's been coming up lately on Instagram, and maybe leaking over in some sense to YouTube, although YouTube has had some level of street video-ness happening for forever. But I like the sort of I mean, it's a no-brainer that we should be shooting videos on the street, just like we should be shooting photos. And I just think this video is such a great example of how those things can interplay so beautifully together. But the montage, the energy, the way that it makes you feel. Oh yeah, there's sirens on this part. I don't know if he's trying to imply that those guys were running away from something. I don't know if that was actually happening. I would be curious to know if they were actually running from the police, but could have just been running for a train. I love this because it's like the train acts as a moving wall, right? And you're gonna get a different wall every time a new train comes in. That's so fun. But once again, I mean, this is a subject that can be milked forever. And if you live in this place, you're very blessed to have this type of subject to be able to shoot. I love these zooming in shots. That's interesting. I'm curious how he's doing that so smoothly. Do you have a camcorder? Is that what's going on? Oh, here. Look at that. Love that. And the video, the thing about videos is you're capturing the dimension of motion, so you can have these. Oh, I love this part. I just love this design here. I think it would be so fun to shoot with. But I love the dimension of motion. You can have motion in photos in a sense, but I love that in videos you can literally have motion playing back. Oh, I did want to mention that this is this girl. He takes a bunch of different photos of her in a different place. I don't know if they know each other. But either way, pretty cool that he was able to sort of use her dynamically in that way. Great subject. But yeah, great shots. I mean, this is the difference between him and other photographers who may not document this subject so well is a lot of practice and experience. An eye and creativity, other things, but definitely practice and experience. And it's cool to see those things come together so beautifully in this video. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I thought that was a really interesting and inspiring bit of storytelling about street photography and the power of a great subject and the power of practice. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. Goodbye.